Despite the odds, Denis Cyplenkov had a near perfect start to his comeback. He ran through John Brzenk easily, cleaning up old losses and building hype at the same time. Everything was going according to the script. But then he made a big mistake. He decided to jump all the way to Devin Larratt next. And I really wish he didn't do this. I remember thinking when the match was announced that he had no chance of winning. Not because Denis can't ever beat Devin, but because he's literally only had one match back to the sport. It was just too soon. He was going for the number 2 or potentially even the number 1 guy in the world as his second match. That just seems way too ambitious even for Denis. Now, to be fair, back when he signed for the match, Devin had not yet defeated Dave or Hermes, so I guess it made a little bit more sense then, but still, I wish he had taken an opponent in between John and Devin first. But after what happened, there's no point in saying what Denis should have done or could have done differently. He lost to Devin Larratt and his momentum has taken a huge hit. Now, the question is, what should he do going forward? First and foremost, I definitely don't think that his comeback has been ruined. It is only a minor setback. There are plenty of ways that Denis can get right back in it. And honestly, the first idea I had might be kinda cheating, but I think it could still work. Even though Denis just lost to Devin, I think he can still potentially get a match with Levon sometime next year, even if he doesn't beat anyone else in the meantime. But that's not fair. Denis would just be cutting the whole line if he did that. And while that may be true, I still think he can likely land the match. Levon has already said that he would like to pull Denis just in general. He said he would still like to pull him even if he lost to Devin. I think since Devin won, he will pull Levon first, but that doesn't mean that Levon won't still pull Denis afterward. It's entirely possible that Denis will continue to climb over 2024, get back to his peak shape, and get another title shot against Levon in late 2024. And really, I have no problem with this. I don't care if Denis cuts the line, I just want to see him pull Levon. I do think that Levon is at least a much better style match than Devin was. Levon won't have the same endurance, so he won't be able to hit into Denis's arm a million times in a row to gas him out like Devin did. Levon also doesn't really have a press, so he can't press and then can opener like Devin did either. Levon would pull Denis in a much more classic lane like Denis is used to. It wouldn't completely shock me if Denis lost to Devin in 2023 and then somehow managed to beat Levon in 2024, although it probably would at least partially shock me. But the main issue with this plan is that it means Denis wouldn't compete for almost a year. Maybe there's a better path Denis can take where we also get to see him arm wrestle a bit, a better stepping stone that he can take in the meantime. And for me, that's probably Hermes Gasparini. I would really like to see Denis compete against Hermes. If Denis won, that would solidify his spot right around the top 3, and if Denis can stop Hermes, maybe that is an indication that it could be possible for him to stop Levon. Another match I would really like to see that I would be pretty much just as happy with is Dave Chafee versus Denis Cyplenkov. This would be great since it would be another revenge match just like Devin. I also think Denis would be the favorite, so it would be a more realistic stepping stone for him. But let me know what you guys think Denis should do going forward. Should he just keep building and eventually try to pull Levon like he planned initially? Or should he take a step back and try to get some other matches? And if so, who should he pull next?